Alternative medicine is a $22 billion industry in the US alone. But here's something wild. One of its most popular branches basically sells bottles of water that supposedly remember what was once in them.
Well, that's quite the way to describe homeopathy. You're talking about this 200-year-old practice that's somehow both ridiculed by scientists and embraced by millions worldwide.
You know what's fascinating? The whole system was created by this German physician, Samuel Hahnemann, when mainstream medicine was still using mercury and bloodletting. He had this radical idea that, cures
Hmm. So, how exactly does that principle work in practice?
well, imagine you've got allergies making your eyes water. In homeopathy, they'd treat that with a diluted solution made from onions. Something that normally makes you cry. But here's the kicker. They dilute it so many times that statistically, there's not a single molecule of onion left.
That's exactly why critics go crazy about this. The math shows that at common dilutions like 30C, you'd need a container larger than the entire universe to find even one molecule of the original substance.
And yet, get this? In India alone, over 100 million people rely on homeopathy as their primary healthcare system. They've got more than 200,000 registered homeopathic practitioners.
The consultation process is pretty remarkable, too. While conventional doctors spend an average of 18 minutes with patients, homeopaths typically spend over an hour getting to know everything about their clients.
Right? They're asking about your emotional state, your sleep patterns, what weather makes you feel worse. It's like a therapeutic session combined with a medical consultation. And here's something interesting. Studies show this extended FaceTime alone can improve patient outcomes.
So, what are some of the most popular remedies people actually use?
Well, Arnica montana is the superstar. It's used by everyone from Olympic athletes to Broadway performers for muscle soreness and bruising. Then there's oscillococcinum, which generates about $15 million in annual sales just for flu-like symptoms.
You know, it's fascinating that despite all the skepticism, the global homeopathy market is projected to reach $28 billion by 2026.
But here's where it gets complicated. Large-scale clinical trials consistently show homeopathy, performing no better than placebo. Yet, the placebo effect itself is pretty remarkable. Studies show it can trigger real physiological changes in the body.
Well, that raises an interesting question about the role of belief in healing, doesn't it?
Exactly. And some researchers argue that the placebo effect isn't just about belief, it's about ritual, attention, and the therapeutic relationship. In fact, studies show that even when patients know they're taking a placebo, they can still experience benefits.
The safety aspect is worth mentioning too. While these remedies are generally considered harmless because they're so diluted, there have been cases where improperly prepared products contained dangerous levels of active ingredients.
That's true. The FDA has issued warnings about certain homeopathic teething products that contained actual belladonna, aka deadly nightshade. So while pure homeopathy might be just water, quality control really matters.
And let's not forget how this intersects with conventional medicine. About 40% of French physicians prescribe homeopathic remedies alongside conventional treatments.
You know what's particularly interesting? The way homeopathy challenges our understanding of the dose-response relationship. In conventional medicine, more of a drug typically means a stronger effect. But homeopathy claims the exact opposite.
The whole concept really makes us question what we think we know about medicine and healing.
Looking ahead, I think the future of homeopathy might lie in understanding why it works for some people, whether that's the placebo effect